is here in the studios. Kunal, good morning. Finally done, both for the Nifty, the Sensex, the Nifty Bank. What next? Do we consolidate? Do we see rotational trades play out? Because even at the fag end yesterday, you did see profit taking.
Yeah, I think we should consolidate over here for maybe a couple of days more. 26,200 should be a new pivot for the index. It's like some bit of happiness, some bit of sadness for the markets. Happiness is because of the way the markets have managed to new high, the manner in which the markets have come back to new highs. But the kind of sector compositions, the market breadth still disappointing. I think that's a concern for the index. So, positives and negatives line for the markets. But at least it's good that we've seen large cap participation on a stronger basis over the last many days. We've been discussing this point that not just the PSU banking names, but yesterday for the first time, I think we saw the private sector banking stocks managed to make a comeback. It was very good to see the likes of ICICI Bank leading the charge from the front. The stock breaking or coming close towards the breakout of its 200-day moving average. That I believe could be a very important pivot point for the private sector banking names, and led by the likes of HDFC Bank, which also start to show signs of strength and coming closer to its lifetime high levels. So I think there could be that slight bit of change in terms of the tinge of the Bank Nifty, rather than being more dependent on the PSU banking names. There could be a possibility now that the private sector banking stocks can make a comeback.
Okay. And what's your stock bias for the day? Private sector banks, is it?
No, not private sector banking names, but there are two buy calls which I would suggest at current levels. The first is a buy on Coforge. That's an interesting name because from the mid-cap IT names, we've seen very few stocks heading towards a breakout. Coforge is one of them. The stock looking attractive at current levels, a flag pattern breakout for the stock. So would look out for targets in the range of 1960, stop loss at 1870. And metal stocks managing to make a comeback with dollar index falling below 100 levels yet again. I strongly believe that names like Hindalco can make a very strong comeback going forward. 840 is where I would peg the near-term target for the stock, and stop loss remains at 780.
Okay, so Hindalco and Coforge looking good. Hindalco is now looking good to Kunal after that blip that we had seen with Novelis and the fire that occurred over there last week. So we'll see what that stock does going ahead. But on that note, we'll slip into a very short break, and when we return, we'll talk more about the market setup.